Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Candy's Recovery Journey. I don't know what happened. I meant to clear out a notification on my phone, and when I did that, it stopped my video, and I couldn't go back and start it again. So what I'm doing is this. I'm going to tell you guys what I used so far, and then I'm going to continue from where I left off. So for my eyes, you guys, what I did is I took a blend of the Maybelline New York 24K Nude, and these colors aren't listed. So what I did was use a mixture of this color here, this light, I call it a kind of a yellowish on camera, but it's not. And then this color down here and this color up here. And I also used the CoverGirl Overthrown palette, and I used the color Fallen on that. That's this one down here. And you guys, if you haven't, ladies, gentlemen, whoever, if you love makeup, if you haven't checked these palettes out, they are in drugstores. It is a CoverGirl brand. They are amazing. I bought one of each one they have. I'm going to go over those separately as I use them, but these are the colors here. You can kind of see a little bit. Trust me, the box doesn't do justice. I love them. I love the formula. And I do have to say now that I am not sponsored by any of these makeup companies that I'm using their products. I have purchased them with my own money. Nothing has been sent to me. And I would love to break into the beauty industry, but all in good time. What I started off with, though, before I started doing anything, was the Wet n Wild Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer. And I really like these sprays, guys. I know there's more expensive sprays out there, and I haven't tried any of them. I would love to, and when I get the money to do so, I probably will. Right now, that's not an option. And I haven't done my mascara or my eyeliner or my fake lashes yet. I'm going to kind of go off camera when I do those. But I will come back on and no, I will come back on and show you what it looks like after. For my foundation, what I used was a mixture of the Mary Kay medium coverage foundation in Ivory, that's number 200, and also in my T-zone where I wasn't really happy with how things were looking, I used the full coverage, also in the shade of Ivory, but the number on that is 114. I'm also not sponsored by Mary Kay, but I did make note that I do need to get more medium coverage because I've really been going through it. What I'm going to use next is by Rimmel London. It's the Stay Matte Powder, and the color on that is transparent. And basically what I do with that is I'm just going to set my foundation so that I can go in and do everything else. And this kind of has a rosy smell to it, almost like it's made with some rose water or something, but I really do like it. And yes, what you hear in the background is the Vampire Diaries. I've been trying to catch up on that a little bit because I've been into it and haven't really had a very decent internet connection where I was. And I'm going to get into that in a minute too. I will update you on what's been going on in my recovery journey. And as you know, you got to take the bad and the good. So we're doing that. I just hit my 10-month clean mark on Tuesday night. So that's my new milestone. But in those milestones, you know, as with learning to live life on life's terms, you know, you've got to accept that not everything is always going to be great, and it's not. I am more happy than not lately, I will say that much, but basically on Wednesday, a whole lot of bullshit. I usually try not to swear, but bullshit went down where I was living, and because some particular people who I was going to name, but you know what? They don't deserve to have their name mentioned on my channel either. Couldn't be honest and admit that they said something they shouldn't have said, and turned around and called me a liar, called my boyfriend a liar, and everything else, and kicked me out without any warning or anything. I mean, we took my daughter shopping earlier that day. Things were fine. Everybody was getting along. My daughter had a minor issue, and it just went to shit from there. It was not her fault. I do want to say that, because the way that these people reacted to that was just off the wall, and the most vile, crudest behavior and words that you could possibly throw at somebody, followed by, "You are getting the fuck out of this house tonight, and I don't care where you go." Fine, good, gone. So I don't need that mental abuse. I'm not taking that mental abuse anymore. I did a video on my channel called Gaslighting. You might want to check that out, because that's exactly what I was going through. And I'm not going through that now. I'm staying with some friends for a few days, and then I'm going to go to my stepdad, where I think things will be much, much better. He's more of a rational person than the people I was with. So I will keep you updated on how that goes. I also do believe, and I'm so happy about this, I do believe that I will have access to a desktop or laptop so I can do some live streaming, which will be great, because I would love to be able to interact with you guys instead of just uploading videos and everything else. Here I am talking, not getting stuff done. The next thing I'm going to do is my blush, and what I'm using for that is the L'Oreal Paris Blush Please, and the color on that is called Blushin' in Riviera. And yes, it looks a little pink, but I guarantee you, once I put it on, you'll see what I mean. There's kind of a shimmer to it. I don't know if you saw how much of that tapped off, but yes. And I gotta make a fish face. See, not too bad. Now, after that, I'm going to use my, not that shade, that, I do use this shade, Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This one's just called Bronzer. It's number 6676. But the one I'm going to use today, because I'm a little bit lighter than normal, is called Light Bronzer, and that's number 6675. And if you guys haven't smelled this, it smells amazing. It smells like cocoa butter. I mean, it's wonderful. Can't get enough of it. And I just go all over my face with that. And then I'll go in with my highlighter and contour and try to do all that. I'm not great at it, but I am learning. And this kind of just gives me a little color so that, you know, where my foundation is really light, it just doesn't make me look as pale. What I do when I take out my bronzer and put it on my cheek area is I just try to blend that blush in a little bit more because it can be harsh, but not bad. You want to look like you have a little color in your cheeks, but you don't want to look like a Cupid doll, so to speak. I don't know how many of you remember the Cupid dolls, but they were those really, really light colored dolls, and they had the really rosy cheeks and just looked weird. I think. And what I like to do is I also like to go along my neck with my bronzer. Just kind of ties everything in, you know. All right. Once again, that was Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And now it is time to get into my highlight. Let's see, which one do I want to use today? I think I am going to use my Tartist Pro Glow, which was a gift from Nicole from over at Real Talk Recovery, and I absolutely love these. I don't know if you can really see how beautiful the colors are, but I am going to grab my Wet n Wild brush. It's also an angled brush, and where I used pink blush today, I'm going to try to stay on the pink end of it with the highlighter and the contour. Normally I don't really use that brush for that because you get more on one side than you do the other. So, what I do when that happens is I just take my hands and I'll, you know, rub it out a little bit, make it look even, and then I grab normally the brush that I use for doing my highlight is this one here, also by Wet n Wild. It just fans out more, and I like it for that reason. And that's what I do my nose and my cupid's bow and my chin with. And I do need that big Wet n Wild brush again, because that's what I'm going to do my contour with, and I'm going to try to stay, like I said, on the lighter end of it today. And that's basically all I do with that. You know, a little with that goes a very long way. Alright, so we've gotten all that done, and like I promised, I'm gonna go off camera for a minute to do my eyes and stuff, and I will come back and show you how that looks in a minute, okay? I'm just going to turn my camera because I don't dare to hit the stop button, so I'll still be here talking, you just won't see what I'm actually doing, so it's going to be a surprise. First, what I need to find is my nose. Alright. What I'm using is the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. That's this one here in the purple. And I'm going to put that on first before I pop the lashes on. Actually, what I'm going to do first is use my eyeliner. And what I'm using is the Physicians Formula in black. I don't know if you can see that. And that I'm just going to draw the line where I want to try to place the lash and also do the rim of my eye. I really like this eye cream. It goes on really smooth, you guys. Oh. Alright, I have got to speed this up because I just got a low battery warning. I need to, I can touch up with that after. Alright, next. Back to that mascara. A little bit too. I'm just using basic, simple, wet and wild eyelashes, you guys, and nothing fancy because I just don't have the money to buy the fancy stuff. Okay, where did my little eyelashes out? Here they are, and I need those so that I can put the glue on the lash. Alright, like I said, I'm just putting the glue on, and then we gotta wait a couple seconds, 30 seconds, or something like that, so it can get tacky, and then we can pop it on. Okay. See if I can't get this on today. And unfortunately, folks, I think these glasses might be too old because even with the blue, it doesn't want to stick. So, these lashes here will be saying bye-bye, going to Trashville. I've had them for a few Christmases, so it doesn't surprise me that they're old. Alright. These ones I know are not old. I just bought them a week ago. Still having technical difficulties with the lashes, folks. So what I might just decide to do is just wrap this video up because my battery is dying, and then you all can come over to my Facebook page at Candy's Recovery Journey, and I will have a finished picture for you. Alright? I appreciate each and every one of you that give me the time, that give me the hours. I love you. Stay safe, stay clean and sober, love one another, and love yourself. Don't forget, over on Real Talk Recovery tonight is the Mara meeting at 7 p.m. Central. I think I'm correct on that. I do want to give a shout out to my girl Nicole from Real Talk. Girl, you are doing the damn thing. You were doing a great job. We all love you. Don't worry about those idiots. Let them keep doing what they do because it just shows how foolish they are. All right, I will see you tonight, girl, for the Mara meeting. Bye.